I know it's like really stupid to complain about the weather, but it's also really easy to complain about the weather. With that said, I'm sick and tired of this like gray, cold, like just garbage all the time. And I don't really know if seasonal depression is a real thing or not, but it definitely feels pretty real sometimes. Okay. Alright, I just got home. I kind of wanted to take a second just to, you know, just cool off for a minute because, you know, it's just been a long day. Got to get a whole bunch of stuff done today. I'm excited, but, you know, it's a lot. Okay. Go to the gym real quick, and then when I get back, I want to talk about being in a rut and how to get out of it, or at least how I get out of them. Alright, I'm back. It was like super crowded there. I mean, you know, obviously because I went at a bad time, it's now 7:20. But yeah, it was just super crowded. I didn't think it'd still be this crowded there. Plus there's like a whole bunch of construction on the way there, so it was just, it's a lot. But I got it done, so that's good. Let me change first, because I feel disgusting. So, okay. Feeling a little bit better. I really want to talk about like just being in a rut or getting out of one, because I feel like it's, especially this time of year, I feel like it's a pretty common thing for a lot of people, including myself. It's, you know, it sucks. So first of all, like getting into one, it sucks. We've all had that feeling before where like you're doing so well with something, whether it's, you know, working out or this new hobby you're trying or whatever it may be, you know, or eating healthy. Anything new that you're trying to stick to, right? It's important to you and it's going great for a while, and then just somewhere down the line, you fall off and you completely screw up and everything gets ruined and it's hard to get back into it and it's just a disaster. We've all been there. It sucks, okay? So, first of all, you're not alone. Everyone, like, it happens to everyone. It's a very common thing. Hang on, is this like... I feel like that was crooked. We're good, I think. Alright. You're not the only one. Everyone goes through it. I know I go through it all the time. It sucks, it's unfortunate, but we're humans, so we can only do so much. So first of all, I want to start with how to prevent getting into one. For example, right? I really like going to the gym, okay? But there are definitely times where I don't want to go at all. I just don't feel like doing it. I really like making videos too, but there are times where I really just don't feel like doing it. Usually the way that I kind of get myself to keep moving forward is just, I kind of just force myself to do it. You know, I give myself no other choice. Like, if I'm like, no, like, I need to make a video today, or I'm going to the gym today, like, I kind of force myself to do it, you know, and I think that that's the only way. And then once you do that for so long, it kind of becomes like second nature, I guess, and you develop the discipline to just keep doing it, and you tell yourself like, no, this is what we're doing now. And you know, it gets a little bit easier after a while. I definitely still have those days where I really just don't feel like doing it, and I actually don't, like whether it's, you know, go to the gym or make a video or just anything like that, and like I fall off for a little bit. But like I never try to go too long, because the longer you go, the harder it is to get back on. So, I mean, you know, it's okay if you screw up and you miss a day or whatever, like, it's not the end of the world, but, you know, you gotta get back on quick, because the longer you wait, the easier it's gonna be to just push it off and be like, ah, well, you know, I'll do it, I'll start next week, because that's, you know, that's what it always turns into. I'll start tomorrow, I'll start next week, and then next week turns into, you know, a month or whatever. So you never want to push it off too long, because it just gets easier for you to push it off even longer, and you know, you stop being as strict with it, and then it's super hard to get back into it. That's one of my tips, is just like, you know, when you're not feeling it, I mean, you kind of, I know that this advice might suck a little bit, but this is just what I do. Like, you kind of just have to force yourself to do it. And it sucks because sometimes you really don't want to. And like I said before, you know, if you take a day off, it's not the end of the world, but you can't give yourself too much time off, because then it just gets harder and harder every single day you don't do it. And if you do fall off, if you do get into a rut, I mean, it's the same principle. You gotta force yourself to get back into it, you know? Because even the most disciplined people, like, you know, they do screw up every now and then. So it happens, it's okay, it's not the end of the world, but also, like, you know, you gotta kind of kick yourself in the ass, and you gotta be the one to push yourself and to be able to pick yourself back up, like, if you do fall off. But that's just how I deal with it. Like, I've always just kind of forced myself to do it just because I knew that it was gonna benefit me down the line. Like, right now it might suck, and, you know, it's cold out, and, like, I don't want to go outside, and I don't want to go to the gym or whatever. But I know that if I don't go, then I'm gonna start to, you know, not be in as good shape. I'm gonna lose strength. Like, it's just a downhill from there, like, if I stop. So it's like, you know, you weigh the options a little bit, and you find out, like, okay, yeah, it's probably better off if I just get up and go, even though it kind of sucks. And then afterwards, like, every single time I didn't want to do something, and then I just kind of, like, I get up and I just force myself to do it anyway. Like, once it's done, and once I, like, complete it and get it all done, and I do it right, and I actually put in effort, I feel so much better afterwards. Like, it's such a sense of accomplishment, because you know how much you didn't want to do it in the beginning, and then to know that you actually finished it and you put in a lot of hard work, and, you know, you completed something, it feels awesome. So that's another thing to look forward to, is just, like, the sense of accomplishment afterwards, you know? So yeah, I know that's not exactly like a glamorous answer. Maybe that's not the answer that you were exactly looking for, but that's what I found works the most for me. And I guarantee that a lot of other people who get really strict with something, like, I guarantee they'd probably tell you the same thing. Like, you just kind of have to force yourself to do it. And then, like, once you've done that for so long, it just kind of becomes routine. It's almost like second nature. And it's like, you know you should do it, so you just get up and do it. Because you know by now that you're gonna feel better once you do. I feel like it's so easy to fall off anymore just because it's cold out and it's miserable and no one wants to do anything and it sucks, and, like, I get it, okay? I feel like it was a perfect time to make this video. Hopefully it could help some of you guys out, just because, like, I get it. Like, you know, it's tough, especially in the winter. Like, I live in Pennsylvania, so, you know, the winters are kind of rough here, and it's always gray, and it kind of gets to you after a while. That's why I want to move to LA so bad. If you're from an area like this, like, you definitely know that sometimes it gets really tough, and, you know, it can really drag you down sometimes. So hopefully this video helped. That's it for today. Leave a like if you like this video, subscribe if you're not. I'm almost at 300 subscribers. Like, come on, it's wild.